Okay. Hi, Preet. Hi, David.
Hello.
Today we have joined together on Zoom to validate Preet's assessment tool. So we will be, I will be a chairing this validation, and David would be assisting us to do a validation for Preet. Before we start validating, I will quickly go through our code of conduct, just to make sure the validation will be honest, respectful, and open-minded with all the validation team. Everyone here will have their own say without interruption, and we will respect each other's opinion. We'll also share diverse opinions and aim to common consensus. If in case we don't have a common consensus, I will be, as the chairperson, I will make final decision in areas of mixed feedback. Just to reiterate that the copyright will be adhered by respecting the ideas and documents owned by others. Confidentiality will be adhered as well. Just to let you know, anything which we discuss in the meeting today, in a validation meeting, will be treated with utmost professionalism, and only information pertaining to the quality of a validation tool and processes will be recorded. Do you agree with that, Preet?
Yeah.
Are you happy with that? Okay.
Yes.
Good. David, are we ready?
Yes.
Awesome. So Preet, if you can please share your screen. Let's start with your mapping and tool. Okay. So it's CHCCOM001, provide first point of contact.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you let me know when you want me to scroll down.
David, are you good?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. So the tools which we are using is case study, observation, and verbal questioning. Okay. Yep, we good.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, we've got safety, accesses compromise. So this reasonable adjustment, this is the adjustment you're happy to take under consideration when you are assessing?
Yeah, like if you guys want, like I can make it like more simpler, but I have rather writing it like in a way that if a special consideration needs to be made for certain clients, then it can be adjusted.
Right. Yep. I think it's very detailed, but maybe if a one-liner or maybe a simple liner would be better. David, what do you reckon?
Sorry, apologies. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot going on. So, yeah, I think.
It's very detailed,
Yeah.
and if we can make it very simple, like a one-liner, maybe.
Yeah. There's a lot going on for something that doesn't probably need that much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll make it simple. I'm writing my notes on a hard copy for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, just give me a second so that I can make the notes as we go as well.
Yep. Do you guys want me to scroll down?
Yes, please, if you can.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Greeting people, global function. Preet, just one more thing, under the elements where it says greet and observe people, should it be one? And then we have 1.1, 1.2, 3, 4. And
Yep. Yep.
for follow organizational procedure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just when I was copy pasting from that and it came up like that. Yeah. So numbering, elements numbering.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me know when you're ready, David. We can.
I'm good. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's see where situation. Yeah, again.
The numbering. Yeah, I'm writing everything down. Yep.
Awesome. I've got your version control here. We have the footer, fine. Yeah, when you're ready, please scroll down.
I'm good as well. Versions.
So for this unit, there's no foundation skill.
No.
Probably just make a note of that, I reckon. Underneath your foundation, no foundation skills for this unit or something. Just so they
Yeah.
know.
Or
And
maybe
not-
just put NA.
Yeah, just so it doesn't look like it's been missed more
Yeah.
than
Foundation skills. Okay, I'm writing it down.
probably. I don't know if you agree with this, Capri. Just with the performance evidence, I'm wondering if it's worth breaking that down a little bit more. But
Yes, absolutely. You know how we do performance evidence. It like PE1, PE2, PE4, 3 instead of like dot points.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It'll make more sense in our mapping, like, you know, for performance evidence, you're assessing it through observation. So through observation, is it covering all the performance points or not? So
Yeah.
provide information to 3 people presenting with multifaceted needed. Collect, document, identifying information for 3 people assessing the service. Okay, so it should be like 3 scenarios or 3 people involved.
So it's actually this task performance evidence is based on 3 people, and because they are interrelated, I didn't put the numbering there. But if you guys agree to put the numbering, I'll put the numbering there.
Yeah, absolutely. The numbers should be there.
Yep.
yeah, they should. Yeah, even if they do hit all the targets, it just means more copy and pasting, but it is. I'm going to be other.
Yeah. Likewise, what you did for, you know, knowledge evidence, you have done KE1, KE2, KE3, and 4.
Yep.
Exactly that way, if we can do PE1 and stuff.
PE2, okay, no problems.
I'd almost go as far as saying K1A, K1B, but K, you know, like with culture. So if you do, well, it's hard to say until we get to your case study, but it just breaks it that you are hitting. It just makes it simpler for us as an assessor to go, you are hitting that 1A, you are hitting that 1B. I don't know. We'll wait till we get to that, I guess.
Yeah. Makes easy.
Because it's part of just one KE1, I didn't give it A, B, C, D, but yeah, I can include if that make it easier.
Yeah, you might not need to. That's what I mean. It might be worth waiting till we get to the case study before we make that call.
Yep. Okay.
And a little bit of more structuring, I would say. We're just going through structure at the moment before we jump to case study. You know, in like how we have KE1, KE2, and there's a dot point just before KE3. So if you can just delete that, just
formatting.
Format, yeah.
Yep, okay. Formatting. Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready when you're ready, Darren.
Yep, I'm good. Yep.
Okay. Can you move further down?
So do you want me to put the A, B, C, D here as well?
We'll rather wait for when we reach to our instrument tools just to check how they are formatted, the tools. Then it'll be we'll decide like it should be put like ABCD, or maybe we can cover that into the whole one
Yeah.
question. Yeah, we'll wait till we reach the instrument tools. Assessment conditions. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm good too.
All right, so I will share now, stop share. And I'll share the other instruments. Is it all good?
Yeah, observation task.
Yeah.
Can we go further down a little bit?
Yep.
Okay.
I reckon you could probably get rid of a lot of that task instruction.
Task instructions.
I think you've just copied and pasted it, and that's okay. But I don't think you need it. I think you know what you want from them. They don't need to see all that. Like you've said, provided information to 3 people as any faulty face needs. I think you just need to definitely get rid of. I reckon a lot of that is probably unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because if I'm looking at that as a learner, it's overwhelming a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Task instructions don't have to be huge. They just need to be simple, straight to the point. What do you want them to do?
Yeah, or maybe a couple of dot points, just like simple, straight. Yeah.
3 or 4 things. Might be one thing if you've only got one thing to do.
With this task instruction, because it's for observation task, and all that tasks, which is actually evident in the performance evidence, is listed here in the observation. They are the same tasks which are listed in the performance evidence.
Performance evidence, yeah, but they don't get the mapping. They don't know what performance evidence is. Where's
this task instruction is for the learner, what they need to know. So the simpler and the shorter we have.
So put it in dot points.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe like just take all this, maybe just put like provide information to 3 people, collected and documented information.
So this is my observation, which is listed in the performance evidence, and that is what I need them to. I observe them for. So, but if you guys give me like a better picture how to rewrite it, then I will write that points in a dotted way. Yeah.
Your task instruction. Oh, sorry, you go.
Sorry, the task instruction is basically we are telling our clients or the participant, this is what we will be conducting. So they don't need to know the performance evidence. It's irrelevant. So all we need to know, tell them is, okay, this is what task is. And that's how you will be assessed. And if you have any, like if you want to reframe any question or if you want to repeat any question, that's what we can offer.
Yeah, because you should be asking this stuff in your observation. So you simple as today we'll be completing an observation tasks and then you just write and it will be in a work environment. That's all you need to write because you should be eating this stuff. You don't need to tell them all this because they should be doing it. Because it doesn't need to be there.
It means too much information is there. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I remove that then. Yep.
Yeah. Just simplify what you're actually trying to do. You know, we haven't got to it yet. We might come up with a resolution once we get there. But
Yep.
I would reckon the work health and safety consideration. That also is,
Shorten.
or lot of information.
You don't always have work health and safety considerations. I haven't got to the observation yet, so you might actually have some, but you might not have any at all. So you just write there is no specific work health and safety considerations for this task. As simple as that. You don't. If you're covering too much, it always becomes a point where it's irrelevant, and why is it even in there, kind of thing. So is that right in saying that, Gurpreet?
Correct. Yeah.
All right, I'll shorten it then, and I just
wait till we get through your observation. Then you might actually go, no, I need to put something in there regarding your observation, because observation generally is a task that someone's completing in front of you, so they might actually need some sort of health and safety. Wait till we get. I guess we'll make that call once we get there.
But even if we have, like it says, assessor to discuss OHS and get signed signed documents or situation, if there's any time in the environment or situation become unsafe for any learner. So we can just, even if we can just put like a 1 line or 2 line that this is being considered.
Yep. Yeah, noted it. Yep. Do you want me to scroll down?
Yeah. Okay. Can we go to the marking guide straight, and we can?
Yeah, I can just go straight to that. Yeah, it generally tells you what mapping we need to cover. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I would first thing I would do straight away, you've got role play 1 and then you've got role play 2. I would break them up straight away and keep them separate.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying to hit the same unit mapping and you have to do it 3 times, it doesn't matter. I would do that. And then I know you're hitting it 3 times in each point. It would just make it a lot easier for a learner or an assessor to look at this and go, yeah, it's easy to follow.
So do you want me to change it into, convert it into 3 different parts?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So excuse me, I'm just making some notes as well while David is validating. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Preet, explain me this in role play 2. It's you meeting Mr. John, who seemed to be very distressed and unmotivated. What would you do to engage Mr. John? Is it a part of a role play or a case study, or should that be in a questioning?
It's a role play. So I actually want to see it in a role play. how they want to give supports. Like, so I'm observing them talking
Okay.
with Mr. John in a role play, that how they gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You want me to scroll down?
Mhm. Yeah, it makes sense now.
Do you mind just scrolling? But I just want to have a quick look at your mapping again, if that's okay. Just
Yep.
just a smidgen, if that's all right. Sorry. Yeah. Do you mind scrolling down? That's okay.
Yeah.
Are you right, Capri? I just want to check
Yes,
something.
yeah, I'm
So-
good.
Uh,
Is it something further down? Wait,
No, just this.
that's this. I
Oh,
was,
sorry, this.
no, that's,
No.
that's,
Yeah.
I was checking the performance evidence too. Dave, if you are in on that page, it
Yeah.
says collected and documented identifying information for 3 people assessing the service. So they have collected, but does it mean
Documented.
that it's documented?
Yeah, so there should be some sort of writing in there.
Writing or
Or
document or saving or maybe
saving. Yeah.
digital thing. Preet, do you agree with that?
Yeah, if like, do you want me to write in that observing, like in the assessor notes, I can write the assessor can check the candidate for this observation and taking documents
Notes.
and notes. Yeah.
Correct. Just
I would
writing
have-
down.
Even something like, I don't even know if you should make this an observation. I think you should just keep it as a case study. And then you could write the scenario, and then you might write at the end of it, what would you do after this scenario has happened in the workplace? And there's your documentation. I think your observation, I don't think this really hits observation that much. I think it's just a bit of the role play was just to cover a lot of things. And I think coming back to your, and I sorry to jump in, but the you know how we talked about that numbering everything, and you've tried to cover too much. It's some of it you're hitting it in some questions, but you're not hitting in all of them, and then you're hitting parts in other things. I don't think you're quite hitting some of them at all, and I think that's where that numbering will help us as assessors tell you if you are or not.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I picked up on is and I could be wrong here, Capri, and you might be able to help me. 2.2 and 2.3 discuss reasons for contact with service and explain the uphold rights and responsibilities of the client and confirm understanding. You've kind of touched on the fact that you're explaining your services provider, but you're not really saying what I guess that's where I don't think it's really an observation thing. You should be saying, what would you do to inform a client of their rights and responsibilities and your rights and responsibilities?
Some of the things I have also added in the questionnaire.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
I have added
okay.
it, whatever can be added here. Yeah.
Yeah, you've marked it in your observation though, so you need to make sure that you're hitting it in your observation. That's all. So,
David, which number we were referring to?
2.2 and 2.3. I'm pretty sure they were both ticked PC. I just don't think they're really. Just scroll. Sorry, Preet, to be a pain. Are you right just to scroll up just to make sure that I am?
No, that's totally fine. That's
Sorry.
totally fine.
I think it was So 2.2 and 2.3. I just don't think they've been hit at all, to be honest. But you might perceive it differently, Preet.
Yeah.
See what you think.
With 2.3, if you see the scenario of Maria with cognitive impairment, because it says that, you have to confirm with the client the understanding. And that's why I have written there the use of assistive technology or picture book so that you can make it understood. So I think 2.3 is covered there.
Joint utilization is a new policy. We'll demonstrate how you would make understand. So wherever you said, where's the technology? Assistive. The assistive is okay. It says if needed or picture books
to confirm the understanding.
Yeah, but if the assessor, you're not assessor candidate showing professionalism in the media communication using different techniques if needed. Yeah, but when you do these assessment tools, you're not by doing what you've got there, assessor to observe, and then they're using that technology and picture books and things like that. I guess you are kind of asking it. It's a hard one. It's touch and go because you're relying on them to give you an answer to hit your mapping guide. That's where I was saying before. You don't want them. You don't want to rely on them. You want them to hit it by you asking the question, not relying on an answer to hit the marking guide. Does that make sense? So,
how can I include that, like 2.2 and 2.3?
2.2. Discuss reasons for contact with the service. I'd be almost asking that as a question. When I discuss reasons for explaining and uphold rights and responsibilities. What do you do? I guess you could say, what do you do in the workplace to uphold the rights and responsibilities of the client to understand what's going on in the work at work or anything like that? I guess it's a hard one to word because I don't do the job. I just don't see it in the way you've put it.
I think it fits best in verbal questioning as well.
Verbal question.
Because it's asking what is it is saying is 2.3, explain and uphold rights and responsibilities of the client. So they're asking you to explain.
Yeah.
I'll put it in a verbal question then.
Correct. Yeah.
And you confirm understanding. Yeah. So you're asking them to confirm that they know what they're talking about. And you might say, give an example of when you've done this or something like that.
Yep. Okay. Great.
Cool. I'm all good for that one. That was only 2.2, 2.3. I couldn't see. That was all.
Sorry guys, this is not a part of it. I made it on an assessment tool. I already made it, so this is a part of my last assessment.
Okay.
This is not even finished.
I was like,
so that is up to there only. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Cool. We're done with that one. Boom, boom.
you want me to share another tool?
Yeah. I think we're right, aren't we, Capri? Are you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. So,
So I have noted 9 points in here. So the numbering, the foundation skills where I have to write not applicable, performance evidence, I have to number it again, formatting, task instructions, I have to make them simple dot points,
Yeah.
work and health safety guidelines to be shortened, role plays divided into 3 parts, and verbal questions 2.2 and 2.3 should be included in a verbal question.
And also PE2, it can be used in a case study. It did not meet the criteria though.
PE2 can be a case study.
And also, if you can, for foundation skill, if you can put NA or some sort of a liner, so we know there's nothing. Otherwise, it simply seems that something has missed.
Right. All good. So we are all on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, so I share the other document. All right.
That's questioning 1, questioning verbal. Okay.
Yep.
that's all. So you know how we talked about the task instructions. This is perfect. The only thing that I reckon you don't need is assessors to ensure all assessment tools utilize valid and sufficient. You don't need that, but everything else, that's just exactly what you need. Maybe just a little bit about. Capri, this might be something for you to write down, and if you agree with, maybe just a time on it, a limit to give currency to the assessment.
Correct.
Not get that out. to the assessment. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So to add a timeline.
Yeah.
To assessment.
So adding a timeline to task instructions.
Yeah.
Sources is.
And this is probably being a bit picky, just with your spelling and grammatical stuff. You got verbal questions in lower cases, but you've done all your other headings with the capital O, just to keep it everything flowing. And I know that's picking, so don't take offense to that. Sorry. I always see my wife would just kill me, so she always picks it up. But yeah, apart from that, it's okay. But that, instructions is, that's heaps easier.
Yeah. Internet connection. So
when you're ready, I will scroll down.
yeah, I'm good.
I'm good too. Yep.
Yep.
Let's jump to marking guide.
Yep.
We have version control, yes.
So as I said, I still have to write answers to that. I have not included that, so that I will write for myself.
Just to get it reviewed.
Yeah,
Well, we can work off the questions of what you've got, I think. Probably just another thing with you, year 2. So you've got duty of care, cultural sensitivity, and diverse background. It might be worth just breaking this down straight away into a question. So don't do 2. You might do 2, 3, 4, or you might go 2A, 2B, and 2C. I think that's yeah, just a
Yeah.
lot. If you're ever doing an assessment and you've got 3 to write about, you're like, where do they want me to fit it? Just something to think about. Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Can I also check the unit of competency? It should not be the other one. Are we on FSKIDG or?
Oh, sorry. Yes, as I said, I make it on the unit I already did. So that's another mistake. That's a good mistake you picked up. So yes, I have to change here. So I checked it just before I made it just before the class starting.
Yeah, that's okay. I understand. All right, so let's go to mapping.
Oh, sorry, give me 1 minute.
So good.
Right.
So sorry. My little one disturbing in between. It always happens. Okay, so yes, so I'm gonna write that I have to change the unit of competency. That's a big mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just with question 2, Gurpreet, I think K5 is obviously definitely met. K1, I don't think it's done at all.
I was still on KE5, so I'll jump to KE1.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. So Preet, here for KE1, it says factors to consider when providing information and services such as cultural background, language spoken, literacy level, and disability. So I think we have missed that part.
Yep.
You know how I was saying to earlier, Preet, about the K5 and then you do your K5A, K5B.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is exactly, well, I was saying before about your numbering and stuff. This would have been perfect for that. So you'd have K5A, duty of care. This is explain what duty of care is. Explain what this is, and that's K5B.
Yep. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Put the numbering.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good whenever you guys, when you're ready, Capri.
David, I was also looking at for KE5, collection and storage of personal information.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So is it somewhere?
Oh, it's not. Why private confidentiality client rights and confidentiality important? What are legal information, not procedures? Is that kind of number 1? I guess I'm only just must have. Sorry, collection and storage of personal information.
It's about storage, but this is confidentiality and upholding clients' rights.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
That's the last one, legal and ethical consideration. I think I have to check my numbers.
Legal.
Oh, like it's another K, not K5. Is that what you're saying, Preet? Or
yeah, it's. I think it's KE. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is 5. Number 5.
No, under number 5, Preet, there's another like KE5A, I would say.
Yeah, KE5. It's KE5. Which one you looking at? The number 2 or number 1?
Number 1.
Number 1, confidentially upholding client rights.
No, KE5 is collection.
Legal implications.
It's collection and storage of personal information.
Oh, no. I'm not looking at it as you know how they have given under the knowledge evidence factors to consider when providing information and service, and then there are dot points underneath it, cultural background, language, spoken, literacy level, and disability. So that is all KE1. And then KE2 is the other one. And the last KE5 is legal and ethical considerations.
Okay.
I think I have to number it so that it's not getting confused with, it's the last part, legal and ethical considerations is
Right.
KE5.
Okay. I'm sort of confused, but also when we go back to your mapping for KE5, it says you are assessing through a case study, but it is in questioning.
Questioning.
So maybe I actually have to check my mapping because it might be in both case study and here.
Are you with me, David?
Yeah, it doesn't correspond to your mapping guide. Do you mind scrolling down a bit, if that's okay, Preet, just so I can double check your knowledge evidence, because it's just getting a little bit confused by it as well. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's at K. Preet, would you agree that K3? Sorry, question 3A, how organisations store their private confidential data of clients, was that K5? Is that what we're looking for, isn't it? The 5, the storage of
Correct,
data.
yes.
Yeah. So that's more K5 there.
K5 there, yeah.
Right, yeah. And then that top one is not K5. That's something else.
So KE5, you guys are taking KE5 as, which I put KE4 is a KE5. KE5, I took it as legal and ethical considerations on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
and
just after that, there's a dot point.
collection and storage of personal information, privacy, confidentiality, and disclosure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Duty of care.
Yes. So the question 3 basically meet KE5.
Yep.
Just another thing too, I reckon, again, with this questioning and the way he formatted it, 3, provide a satisfactory response to the following questions below. We know that we need a satisfactory response. I would just be saying that's question 3, 4, and 5 then. Don't try and sum it into one. I'd be just getting rid of that provide and then going 5. What type of information your organisation generally provides to clients? You could keep it as 1, but just do A, B, 3, A, B, C, but I'd get rid of that first statement. I don't think it needs it. Would you agree, Capri? It's just
I do. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Supervisor.
So I'm noting it down. Yes, KE4 is actually KE5. I wrote it by mistake. Yep.
Okay. No worries.
Okay,
So,
if KE4 is 5, so you might have to remove KE5 from the 1 and 2, or,
Yep.
or from 2 actually.
Yeah. I'll check it. I wrote it. Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
So with the supervisor, when do you seek assistance from supervisor? I put it as PC 3.3 because there are the situations which are beyond your scope of role and how you seek assistance.
Recognize situation beyond the scope of role.
yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Should I scroll down?
Yes.
It's exists from supervisor. That's when the only time you're going to seek it, isn't it? When it's not in your role. That's fine. I reckon that's fine in my eyes, but yeah.
What's 3C 3.1? Identify urgency and nature of needs and refer in organization. I was looking PC 3.1, David, or Preet, if you can check the mapping. For 3.1, it says identify urgency and nature of need and refer in accordance to organization guidelines.
So it 3C, explain about referral services and organizational linking, that comes under that.
What type of information your organization GNU provides to client? But it's like, it's all like, it says what type of information your organization will provide to the client. It's more sort of a
For
generic.
referral. No, C question, C number C.
Explain about referral services and organizational linking. But is it linked to something urgency? Like, is it urgent, like something, maybe say they had a fall or they had some emergency or a medical emergency or something. Do you reckon would that be covered in part C?
I can rephrase it like saying, explain about referral services and how the organization deal with urgent, what is there? Urgent referrals?
Urgency or nature of need. David, are you
Yeah, I think you almost need to say something like in your organization, according to your organization guidelines, what do you do if someone falls over? And then you'll be straight away, you identify it's an urgency and it needs help or something like that. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's really, I think you need to redo, I think 3.1 is not it at all. But
Yeah,
it just needs another question for it. I reckon, I don't know if you agree, Capri, you don't, organization policies, I know we try and always hit them when we've got the mapping guide, but if you're teaching, so it might be something as little as, you don't have to refer always to the organization policies, you just have to refer to some sort of structure that they have to follow. So it's just common sense, a lot of it, really. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with that, but at the same time, yeah, I don't think it's really, I think you need to maybe put that down, 3.1 needs to be looked at.
3.1, yes, just maybe to redo the question or restructure the question.
I'll just do another one for it.
Yeah, okay, yep, I noted it down, all right.
Cool. Question 4 is good, I reckon.
Yeah. Do we have further down? Okay.
That's fine. What personal safety parts we done a
Just add number 5 in front.
Yep.
I think, Preet, we need to work on the mapping again. For 3.2, according to the plan and tool mapping, it says you're assessing that through observation. And we are looking at questioning tasks. So it should be either on questioning task.
So can be both, yeah?
or it can be both, but
Yep.
it's missing.
You had it in observation, didn't you? From memory.
Yeah.
I think you had it in observation as well. So you just need to tick it in.
Just take on verbal questioning part as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. All right. So the last one, is it all good?
Yeah.
So I'm re-saying it to you. So what I need to correct in that is add timeline and grammar. So I have to divide 2A, 2B, and 2C, change the name of unit of competency and numbering. So I have to make sure that in KE1, I have to make a question. In KE5, I have to check the mapping. So KE4 is actually KE5. I have to check question number 3. So I can rephrase question number 3, part C, according to our organizational guideline, what you need to do in urgency and referral services. So I can provide an example there for if someone having a fall. I have to add number 5 to question number 5, and 3.2 can be both verbal and observation tasks.
Yeah, so all you have to do is check the mapping tool for question number 5.
Yep, okay, great. All right.
If you, I've got a version, I've seen that, and I've got a footer as well. Looks good to me. Can you go a little bit up? I'll just quickly go through a learner handbook.
Yep.
I was going to go a drink while you're going through that, Capri.
Oh, learner.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yep.
A little bit down. Can you just scroll down a little bit?
Yeah.
Further down, further down. Yeah.
More down.
That's fine. So Preet, can I ask you one thing? Like, this is the question. Just correct me if I'm wrong. If you go further down, just go on marking guide. So we have questions here in marking guide. Should there not be an answer? Like there's no response to question number 1, 3.
That's what I said. Like I haven't written the answers to this yet, and that is I need to be in.
Okay, I missed
when I
on
do
that.
the version 2, because I made it in a hurry today.
Fine, I missed it. Sorry.
But I'll definitely add the answers.
Marking guide, yeah.
Once I'm done here.
Put a jumper on, it's actually going to be cold.
Okay. So we are off to our last instrument tool.
Yep. And that's the case study.
Yeah.
I'm going to share it. Here it is.
So we've got like we have a timeline here for task instruction, and it's like pretty straightforward and short form. Yeah, perfect. Internet connection. So yeah, I'm good. David, when are you good? Let's scroll down. Okay. See guys. Okay. Can we please go to the marking guide? David, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'll scroll down.
Just breathe, you know, where it says all tasks to be completed. So
Yep.
we just add those three instruments.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the mapping, I haven't divided them, like I have actually put it together for all these three, but if you guys feel like I should divide them according to these questions, I can do that.
Definitely, I would say, like, for example, if we're looking at question 2, what service referrals you will introduce to meet CNR needs? We don't know which criteria is it meeting or hitting. What do you reckon, David?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, it's almost going to be too hard to even continue from here at this stage. I would say that do that, and then that's all we can do, really. Would you agree? Unfortunately,
I
Yeah.
do.
Because otherwise, we're just kind of guessing, and then you're going to be back and forth. And it could take hours to get through this. Otherwise,
Yeah.
not that it would.
Because I just thought it's just one case study and that 3 questions out of it. So
Yeah.
I just put it like as a together thing in the unit mapping guide. But yeah, definitely I can. Now I'm thinking it's better to put it in dividing it into 3 parts. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Correct. I'll just
I mean, is it the only 3 questions that you've got here, Pre? Sorry to cut you off, Pre.
Yes. Yeah.
We could probably work out pretty roughly off those with it. Would you agree that we could just quickly zing through it? I reckon.
Yeah,
and
we
just
can.
say, yeah, like we might just pick 3 or 4 out of these if you want to pick 3 or 4 as well, and we can say if you are hitting them or not in any of these questions, which I think is relatively
well. It's up to Preet. Basically, it's her thing. Like if you want us to go through it, we can definitely go together. Or if you want to just do a version 2 and just fix the mapping, it's perfectly fine. Just taking in consideration our time as well.
Yeah, true.
So what do you think, Preet?
So whatever you guys want me to do, I'm happy to do that. I have written all the points that we have discussed for other instrument tools that we have discussed, so I can use all of them in my version 2 and fix my instruments. And yeah, in this case study, I can change my mappings into 3 parts. I can divide it into 3 parts. I have noted it, so I have made a hard copy of everything what I need to change in version 2.
Yeah. And also like the answering, if you can add the responses, because the responses are missing as well.
Yes.
So,
yep.
Responses. Questions. Can you scroll down a little bit or up so I can just quickly go through the version stuff?
Yeah.
All good. Can you slightly go up? Me just to run through. Yeah. Training assessment is ticked. Yeah. Further up. Okay. Can you go a little bit down? You know what it says here, remove this text for any reasonable assessment. If you can just take this line away.
Yep. So state any, okay, yep, remove the text. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you good, David, with this page?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we move slide a little bit up?
Yeah.
Just the RPL and TA, you got that, didn't you?
Yeah. Good.
Just with the task instructions, probably you can probably get rid of that. All tasks must be completed satisfactory, because you've already got it in the requirements what they need to do to be satisfactory. You're kind of repeating yourself. I guess just making sure that they need to do. They need to complete the case, complete the answers provided from the case study.
Yep.
And then you have a time 60 minutes. Just maybe do a space so it's a bit more grammatically correct. It's
Yep,
not just in a sentence form, because it's
Yep.
not really a paragraph. It's more of a statement on its own.
So it's, I would say, like, just pretty much rewrite the task instruction.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it there. You just need to clean it up a bit.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally good. It's actually good for me. So I really want to thank you guys for, fixing most of the things in there. So it will help me in version 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a couple of minutes so
Yeah.
I can, do some notes about my sharing so I can share the result. So I'll pause the video for a second.
Yeah, it's fine.
All righty. Thank you so much, Preet, for sharing your instruments and the tool with us. Thank you very much. And thanks, David, for assisting me for validating pre-task. We have gone through 3 instruments: case study, verbal questioning, and observation for the unit CHC COM 001. Provide first point of contact. Well done and good job, Preet, for putting everything all together. Just to summarize, there were a few points which I wanted to get your attention to. I agree that you've been taking notes, but if you give me some time, I will construct the feedback and I'll send it across to you.
Yep.
Okay. But just if as we go for case study, you need to little bit work on the task, the mapping of the unit, because you need to break it down within those 3 questioning. Also add responses to the question which were missing. And also, as David mentioned, just to remove the reasonable assessment line, and task instruction needs to be rewritten. That was the major. So we were not able to complete that instrument just because it was not mapped correctly. Also, with regards of the observation tool, it was very much in detail, and majority of the performance criteria and evidences were met. However, I just wanted to put this in the, on your notes that KE1, knowledge evidence 1 was missing. So just put that in a highlighter thing. Otherwise, if you keep, just go through a mapping tool once again for observation, which we have already pointed while we were discussing, and you've already have made notes to it. So I'm sure we'll be able to. However, I'll do send you the feedback so you can just relate to that too.
Great.
For the first one, for the case study, it was spot on. It met majority of the criteria. So just a little bit formatting and numbering, that was the main thing, but otherwise it was pretty much well done. Thank you so much for taking the feedback on board.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And if you have any questions, any queries, please feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you very much, my very good chairman and assessor. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, David, once again for assisting me.
Thank you. You guys really helped me in making version 2. Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.